What's going on, folks? Welcome back to the channel. Mike here. Today we are going to see if we can get the old car running. Last video you guys saw we took the Tahoe home, and in between then and now my stepdad cleaned the shop out for me. I really appreciate it. So now we are going to see if we can get this bad girl here running, but first I'm going to have to move it. So I'm going to try to move it as much as I can up and over to the middle more. It's on the rollers, so it can be anywhere, but just so I can get more light under the hood, basically is what I'm getting at. So I might even just swing that front end over, so then that light right there is directly over. But we'll see. I hurt my shoulder real bad, dicking around with the Tahoe and stuff like that, so this is going to be quite fun. Yay! So yeah, here we go. Can't wait. Hopefully it starts. What do you guys think? I couldn't get True Fuel. The co-op didn't have any, so I got some of the VP 40-1. I'll show you guys what that is after, and then I also got some JB Weld because there's that piece of the carburetor that's broken. And I'll show you guys what I mean here right away. But first, like I said, let me get the car moved, and we'll talk about what's gonna happen next. And like that, folks, and a quick flip of a boom, it's over here. Huge shout out to my stepdad for coming and giving me a hand. My shoulder gave out halfway through, and I just couldn't. A fella just couldn't finish moving it. These old cars they're not light, but they're not overly heavy. And huge shout out to like whoever invented those wheel dolly things, because like fuck, what a lifesaver those are! I tell ya, just to move the car from here to here, well, was nothing. And now, as you guys can see what I'm dealing with here, to get into getting all this stuff sealed it up and insulated. We got all the boards here. As you can see, there's like $1 million of the fucking plywood sitting here. Like a ton of money in plywood sitting there, like a mint. But yeah, then we got some insulation. It was over here. There it is. We got a roll of insulation there. We're gonna take some of those boards though, and we're gonna board all this too eventually. But this is where we started over here, working our way around. And yeah, so I got the hood popped. Just doing a kind of like a reconnaissance of what I'm gonna be attempting. Got to go get some parts for it, and then I can be back to finish it. There's to attempt on her here. We've got to check all these spark plug boots. I'm gonna give them a little electrical tape check. I'm gonna check all of everything. We're gonna pull the plugs. We're gonna see what they look like. Underneath here, this is still a bugger of mine. I wonder, is this carburetor? Ugh. Come on. Ugh. You guys can watch me struggle with old car tech. There we go. Ah, look how easy that spark plug wire ripped off of there, eh? So, let me grab this. 2 hands because, well, it's awkward to have just one. Let me plug this guy back on. There we go. Ooh. It's loose, but it's on there. Gotta figure out why they're loose, because rattling down the road, also you get dead cylinders happening, and that's never a good time. So I'll take the compressor and I'll blow all this shit off of here too. Open the doors up. I got the carburetor doing, hopefully it's going to do its carburetor things. So and down here we've got the throttle plate that broke off. So I got to find the piece that goes on here. Let me zoom in. Yeah, there's a piece that goes on here where my finger's pointing. It doesn't want to, right there. Goes on there. And then this linkage here bolts to it. Now the thing I hate about getting things that are monkeyed with other people is, I don't know what the fuck they did. You guys saw me clean the carb, but I don't know what the fuck, how they broke that or why they did. So yeah, it makes me kind of wonder. If you guys know where I can find one of these carbs, with all these numbers on here. Let me see. It's a WCD carb, I'm pretty sure. Let's go to 2. There we go. With all the numbers on it, right? It's a carburetor. Oh, it's a Carter. Like Carter Bure. Whoa, that's weird. That play on words, carburetor, ether. But yeah, it's one of these WC. Where is it? Right there, WCDs, Carters. So if you guys know where to find one, sorry, comment down below or send me a link. I'd really love to, or if you have one, and tell me how much you want for it. We'll buy it off you. Okay? Just drop me a line in the comments or something, and we'll go from there. So, but now to figure out what I'll need, make a list, and we will be back, guys, to see if we can get this thing started up. I so can't wait. All right, folks, it's the next day. Had a bunch of work to do, so I couldn't, be here earlier. Of course, right? When you got to work, you got to work. I'm gonna go get my stepdad now. We're gonna get the. I'm gonna get him to put his charger on a battery because it's his setup. I don't want to. I'm not a fan of. I'm not as familiar with 6-volt, I guess, as I am 12. So that's a 6-volt charger, 6-volt battery. I'm gonna let him do everything in case there's smoke, right? And then we'll be back to start putting fuel into her. Come on. Oh, it's doing its thing. Where you need 2 hands. Yeah. It's fucking old. Yeah, old bendy shit. It's you gotta do 2 hands because it twists. So anyways, I'll have that open. We'll get this going. Alright, got the hood popped. Yeah, they're wiggly because the hinges are kind of fucking bent, I guess, on the one side. Anyways, doing some checks around the hood here. First thing we want to do before we even attempt to do anything. Notice my stepdad got the battery unhooked, so it's pretty cool. Let's check the level of coolant. And I don't know if you guys can see, but there's no coolant in here. There we go. There you can see. See, there's nothing in there. So I don't know if it's got me. We have to find out where the coolant went. Definitely. Maybe it was drained before the car was parked back in the way back when to keep the engine from cracking. I'm not too sure, but I have some, so we're gonna put some of that in before we even attempt to start it. So I wonder what else we're gonna find. Where's the oil dipstick? Well, there's the oil. Honestly, folks, I've not actually taken the old fucking get your peepers in here and actually looked around to see where, who's, and what's is where's what's everything and where it's all at. So, yeah, I can see some stuffage down here. There's the steering, okay, and the shifter, okay. We got some sensors for that stuff. We got the coil. We got a valve on the side of the block down there. We got the oil cap. So, alright, looks like we got, what happened here? Looks like they were into this. Somebody was into this, guys. That's JB, that's like gasket maker, RTV, and whatchamacallit, like cardboard. I guess we're gonna find out if this thing will run. I still wanted to blow it all off and clean it all off, so hopefully the compressor will work. Looks like we have quite the leak down in the front there. You can probably see it better from back here. So, okay, I'm curious as to why there's no antifreeze in it, folks. That's my number. That's my thing. And seeing all of this here, how it is, and how that is there, does not make me happy. It does not make me confident. But hey, it's not my car. So if it was, I'd just start throwing money at it, and I'd just get everything I need: new gaskets, everything, right? but it's not mine, so I only got to do what I can do, right? Anyways, speaking of that, let me go grab the owner and we'll see what's up. I can't wait to see if this thing makes any noise before I attempt to fix the carburetor. If it starts, then I'll fix it. I'll put that plate back on. If it doesn't start, then, well, either way, I want to try to get a new carburetor because that one doesn't seem right. So, anyways, I'll be back with an update soon. Maybe we'll even start cranking on it. All right, got the battery on the charger there. As you can see, 6 volt on, 50 amp. It did this all itself. Okay, so hopefully everything's good. The cables aren't hot at all, which is awesome. I noticed a little bit of leakage here happening with the battery, but we can clean that up with a little bit of baking soda and like vinegar or whatever, baking soda and water, I think it is. Baking soda, something like that neutralizes the acid. Comment down below if you remember what it is, the exact combination. I'll have to Google it because I can't remember offhand, but it is what it is. Started putting a little bit of coolant in the rad. Oh. So as you can see, there's a little bit in there. So stepdad just went to the co-op to go get a couple more jugs, and then we're gonna let this thing charge up so that I can pour. See, we don't have True Fuel out here. We used to, but this is what we got now. This carburetor, 2-cycle, 40-to-1, same exact shit. Okay. The only difference between this and that other stuff is this one's got an American flag on it. So that must mean, it's good. But this is going to go right in there. That brass cap there, I gotta take that brass cap off, pour that in, and then we'll see what she'll do. If she'll bark off or what. So, what do you guys think? Comment down below. You think this car will fire? I'm optimistic because of some of the things that I found on it. Like I said, it's gonna probably need a complete go through, but hey, my stepdad wants to have it running before we do anything else. So we'll see if it fires up. That's more motivation to get these brakes finished, because we've been waiting on some parts for the brake system that we ordered showed up and they were wrong. So we had to, and then the rest of the rate parts were back ordered. So yeah, when you're dealing with these Canadian Pontiacs, it's you got to be very, very careful with what you order, folks, because it ain't always what it seems. So, because technically this is like an American Chevy, but it's Canadian Pontiac. So, but it is what it is. Even trying to find a carburetor. Oh, sorry. Trying to find that carburetor has been a nightmare. If you guys know where I can get one, please comment down below. It's very much appreciated. So, because I don't think that one is right, honestly. But we'll find out. It's just a matter of time here. I can't wait. Hope you're all having a great day, by the way. I know we're about to. Alright, folks, we got the battery charged up. Got the stepdad in there to turn the key. I put some True Fuel here in the to fill the floats. Made a little bit of a mess, so you can turn the key and see what happens. Yeah, turn the key. Oh, it doesn't sound very good. Is the battery tight? Huh, yeah, she sounds pretty weak.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's more battery time, I guess. Alright, we're going to try something different here. Moved it down to the start 6 volt. So, alright, we'll see what happens. Oh, no, not quite yet. Okay, I guess it needs some more charging. So that's I guess that's what we'll do. We'll just let it charge up some more. Alright, folks, while we're waiting here on this charger to charge the battery up and get it to spin, I figured let's make sure that this carb is actually going to squirt some shit, eh? So I filled up I took this off, filled it up with the VP Racing, the True Fuel, and she squirts. Not well. There's still a lot of air in the system, but she works. So that's good to know. If everything's working good, then I'll figure out about fixing that linkage part myself, even if I got a JB welded on, whatever, as long as we can get this thing up and running and driving. I do got to fix on some spark plug wires. Ah, fuck. That hurt. I do got to fix on some spark plug wires because, like, this one back here is just not even doing nothing, right? So, not a big deal. I got this long ass line of shit that is running through here that don't really need. So it's for the fuel system, the fuel lines. So I'll have to figure out which one goes where. And then I got another line down here. That's to do with nothing. So, because I think one of these goes to here. Oops, sorry, to there, and the other one goes to like somewhere over here, or something, or somewhere. I don't fucking remember. So, but yeah. Oh, I know where. One of them went to a jug. I betcha. And that's what they were running the fuel off of. So, okay. Oh, sorry guys, you were zoomed in. So, okay, so that's what this is. This is a jerry rig setup. One goes to the pump, one goes to the carb. Or one goes to a gas can, one goes to the carb. Alright, well I'm going to end up getting rid of them. And probably go with some AN line. Get an AN fittings for down there and then for there. Oops, sorry. And I'll do a nice fuel line. So, but because yeah, this ain't gonna hack it, especially with this shit. You know, this is the exhaust manifold. So, but and what's that down there? Is that the transmission dipstick? Hang on. That's a transmission dipstick right down there, I think. Crazy. Anyways, like I said, I'm gonna now that that's all working, I'm gonna let this charge up, and hopefully we're back with it cranking and actually firing. So I am going to go to the city and grab a new battery and an actual dedicated 6-volt charger, because apparently that's Buddy's. I didn't realize that. So, hey. So anyways, yeah, that's where we're at so far. We're getting closer to cranking it. Alright folks, well that's where I'm going to end this part of the video. We're going to let this thing sit and charge up here overnight, because it'll just go to trickle and do its thing. Over here I was trying to figure stuff out with these lines. I think that big line there that goes into that brass fitting, right, and then goes down into this rubber black line, I think that's the in. So that's in there, and then this right here could be out to the carb. So not too sure. I'm gonna have to do some research on it. I found the plate in the trunk that goes here. So, as you can see, I got some adjusting to do on it and stuff to do over here, but aside from that, everything works good like it's supposed to so far. It's pumping fuel, so I'm positive we should be able to bark off on it. It should at least make noise and make some smoke come out the tailpipe. Well, not the tailpipe, because it's, I don't know if you guys can see down there, but the exhaust is like cut off right down there. So that's always good. So, oh, and I got to recrimp some of the plug wires, which is not a big deal either. Just got to take my pliers or Leatherman and just close them up a little bit. So we'll be good to go there. But it's getting there, folks. We're getting so close to well, we turned the key and you guys saw nothing happened. But we're getting so close to actually seeing if she will fire right up. Well, I don't think she will fire right up, but I think she will still eventually run and start, but it might not run right. Like, it might run a little bit rough. So, but that's all. Hey, this thing is like what? It's 53, it's 20,000. It's like what? 71 years old this year, I think. My math thing is correct. So, she's up there, folks. So, but that's where I'm going to end it. I got to head to the city, like I said. We got a new battery for it and stuff like that. So then we can actually put some crankers on her and get her some fucking turning. So I can't wait. I so can't wait. All right, folks. It's a couple days later. Had to go track down a battery. That was fun. Also, don't forget, you only have like a couple days left to get in on our giveaway. If you'd like a toque or a hat, head over to Patreon. That way I get your email address. It makes it a lot easier to weed out scammers. So yeah, it's for our hitting our 500 subs. And I checked this morning, we just hit 700. So thank you all. Like, I can't believe it. Anyways, got a new battery from Canadian Tire in Regina. So 6 volt. Also went over to the co-op, borrowed their battery tester because just in case, right? You never know how long it's been sitting on the shelf or whatever, right? So just in case as well, I got the charger so we can charge it up. Couldn't find one yet. I got to go to the city here in a couple days, so I'm gonna be tracking stuff down. My biggest problem is I went on a Sunday and nothing was fucking open, right? And also today I don't have my stepdad here to be cranking while I'm spraying Cosby sauce in the fucking carb or or pouring fuel down it. So we're gonna crank on it. Hopefully, I guess we're gonna see if it cranks before anything, and then I'm gonna see if it'll start. But fingers crossed there. It'll be a 2-man job, but we'll see if I can make it happen. So, and then we got the old shit battery here. Thinking it either froze or it leaked. Right? You can see it. So it could just be low on water or whatever the hell's inside it. So, but anyways, I'm gonna get this out of the box, get my gloves on here, and we're gonna test this battery out. Then we're gonna hook it all up, and then we'll go from there. So. Fingers crossed, guys. What do you think? Is she gonna crank? Well, is she gonna crank over? That's the number one question we've been having. So, if it cranks over, it should start. All right, folks. We got the battery hooked up here. We turn this on. And it says here, oh, I don't even have to turn it on. It already does its thing. It says the battery is okay. So I'm gonna unhook this now, and we'll crank it, I guess. We'll see what happens. Just for shits, I came and decided, well, let's test on the old battery, right? What? So that makes me wonder what is all wrong with this car's electrical system. If there's something, I think there's something that could be wrong with the electrical. You never know. You see all this on the floor here. We found out that I think there's a heater core leak or something down under there. Something was pissing out from underneath the dash like crazy. I wasn't here when it happened, so I couldn't tell you what happened. My stepdad was though. So, but yeah, so that brings me up to wonder what's gonna happen now when I turn the key. I'm gonna unhook this. Let's just see what happens, guys. I'm not expecting anything. Not expecting it to start. But oh, Dolomite's on really nicely. But it should maybe make some kind of noise here. Let me try to figure out how to get in here to do this with parts and stuff. But okay, let's see. There we go. I think the motor could be locked up. I think the motor could be locked up on this thing, folks. Because you just heard the starter go clicking, clicking, clicking. I think the motor might be locked up. Well, that's no good. That's no good at all, if that's the case. Makes you wonder why it would do that. Or it's stuck. I'm gonna have to grab the pry bar and try popping on it. So, I don't know. But that's kinda weird that this battery is still working and we got this happening. So, what do you guys think? I think from that sound, I think the motor's stuck. Didn't want to have to say that to my stepdad, but I think she could be, or she's hydro locked. So, as you can see, this is all wet here. So the motor's full of water. I'm guessing. There's something wrong with going on with this. So I think that's probably might be where I end the video. To be honest, I'll Also, I'm really sick. My kids brought home something from their ma's, and I've been feeling the greatest. So, yeah, I don't know what to tell you. What do you think? I think she could be locked up. We're gonna investigate that next video, because this one I wanted to get it running, but you can't, as you guys can see. But we'll find out why. Also, huge announcement with the car. We have tracked down the original owner, and she is still alive. So we're gonna bring her here, and we're gonna get her to tell us. Hang on, let me do this. There, so you don't have to look at my fucking ugly face. That she's gonna tell us the history on this car. She bought it brand new. Okay, she's the original owner. She'll be able to tell us everything about it. So, and I believe her name was don't quote me, but Elaine Gunn, something like that. One of the two, Elaine or Elaine, something like that. But anyways, we'll do her a proper introduction when she sees her car, how it's looks like after 70 some years. So man, she's got to be pretty up there in age if she brought this new. But yeah, so that's what we're gonna that's coming up. So hopefully, right? By the way the world's going, you know, especially with elderly people, you never really know, right? So, but hopefully we get her on the show and she can tell us all about the car, all about where she bought it from, which right here tells you Midwest Motors in Regina, Saskatchewan. I guess this alone is worth some money. This emblem. So yeah, the car's in nice shape. So she'll be able to tell us too why it was parked and all the history on it. So, which would give us a better idea as to why we're dealing with what we're dealing with now. So, but yeah, that's what I'm going to call it right now, guys. So, she is locked up. So, I'm going to have to get some more mystery oil and we'll do a video on getting it unstuck and running. So, but yeah, I tried now. Well, for this one. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget, head over to our Patreon. It's free, but there is levels if you want to help support us. Also, there's membership levels with YouTube now, so if you want to help support us, buy me a cup of coffee a month or whatever, or buy a guy a beer, whatever. There's memberships, so you guys can do that as well. Really much appreciated. But anyways, I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Love you guys. God bless.